Welcome back, Exiles. I've got a more endgame setup for the Bonestorm Deadeye spell totem build, and would like to share them before I start a new character. There are a few things I've changed since the previous video, and my damage has gone up quite a bit since then, as you can see from the training dummy at the start of the video. If you'd like to see some showcases, there will be timestamps for T3 Xesht run and mapping at the end. With that, here are some updates to the build. First off, I have crafted a new staff. Mostly I was just looking for more spell damage instead of fizz damage like my last staff. This will affect the lightning damage as well. Next, I've got a Snakepit ring with the cannot chain modifier taken off, and instead have another instance of additional spell projectiles. This is really important for a few reasons. If you can get a 35% on the staff and 8% on the ring, that is actually enough to completely remove this upper wheel on the passive tree. So we were using 6 points here that we can basically allocate to anything else we'd like. You can make it defensive. I used it for some additional damage points. So that means that we can use Snakepit again like we did in 0.1, in the same exact capacity as we did back then. Basically, when they removed the ability to chain from terrain, that's when I stopped using the ring, but the fact that you can just use a Vaal cultivation orb to take that off really makes it exactly the same as before, and actually better because of the projectiles. We've also added a offhand staff, chiming staff, for +7 to spell skills. This is for two reasons. Firstly, it buffs up our elemental weakness curse, which we're heavily buffing with our second weapon slot tree. And secondly, it allows us, let me activate that real quick. It allows us to get to level 30 Mana Tempest. Now this is a really big thing because the breakpoint for splits to 4 additional targets is at level 30. So what this means for us is an additional 20 projectiles split per Bonestorm per cast. So just in addition to the damage going way up from being level 30, it gets a lot of additional projectiles to our cast as well. This ends up being 20 projectiles fired from Bonestorm that fork into 3 projectiles from the Snakepit ring and the node on the tree, and then an additional 4 splits from the Mana Tempest. So we're shooting about 140 projectiles every time we cast Bonestorm, and all of those projectiles can ricochet, and that's where a lot of our single target damage is coming from. And this does not include our totems. Those are just additional 140 projectiles per totem per cast. Next up, we've got a new glove that I've crafted. So this is giving us just damage. Compared to our last gloves, those were just for resistances. I've since worked out my resistances elsewhere. This is giving us crit damage, ailment magnitude, mana cost efficiency, and arcane surge effectiveness. Now, we can also desecrate a few other mods that are just as useful than the 10% increased mana cost efficiency. That's just what I happened to get on my very first desecrate, and I didn't really feel like using an Omen of Light, so I'm sticking with it, and it's still a good mod for us. We have also updated our Bonestorm to actually be level 21 corrupted gems. So both of them are now level 21 corrupted gems. No explanation really needed here, just a lot more damage than we had before. Finally, the tree has changed a little bit again. I've opted to change out some of the skill speed for more damage and crit chance here. We've also added some of these crit chance wheels that were not on the tree that I had in the previous video. Again, we saved 6 points from removing this whole wheel here, thanks to Snakepit and the staff. Aside from that, a lot of this is very similar than before. So if you want to just take a look at the tree as it is, this is what we're ending with. Not much is going to change from here on out. Any additional levels are just going to go towards more maximum energy, shield, and evasion rating. We've got some options there. We've got some here as well. So that is pretty much all of the updates for the Bonestorm build. I don't think I'm going to invest too much more into this, so this will be the final video for updates, at the very least. To cap off the video, I will play a full T3 Xesht run and a map showcase. Thanks for watching, and stay sane, Exiles.
Not ready. Patience. Ready.